I'm sure you've all heard of My Plate, the groundhog. And he saw his shadow today, and there are 6 more weeks of New Year's resolutions. And that's kind of related to what we're talking about today. We've cut out all the other jokes because of the 5 minutes, but that one lasted. Anyway, I'm here to talk about USDA's effort for improving the health of Americans. We established the Dietary Guidelines for Americans 2010. Those were issued. Part of the responsibility USDA has is to build a communications plan that is hopefully able to change behaviors, change dietary and physical activity behaviors. So everything we've built is related to that. Hopefully you've all been familiar with the My Plate icon. I'll mention that in a minute. Little emphasis there. We do use a lot of creative ways of communicating our dietary guidelines, which is our communications efforts this time around. These are the guidelines. For those of you who haven't read them, they're up online at dietaryguidelines.gov. And you can also get them through a link, nutritionevidencelibrary.gov. And of course, you can get them at choosemyplate.gov, which I'll mention. So this is the basis for our communications across all food and nutrition programs in the federal government. We released a new icon that replaced the pyramid. When I was here last, I talked about the food pyramid that had been around for 20 years. Consumers are confused by it. Consumers, it works well in a classroom, but not as a everyday cue, a powerful cue, to help consumers build healthy plates at meal times. That's what we know we now need to do. We need to help consumers with this simple cue. And so we, in fact, did research and created this icon, and along with it comes a lot of nutrition messages drawn from the dietary guidelines. So with the help of the First Lady and the Let's Move initiative, we launched the My Plate and the choosemyplate.gov website in June of 2011. These are the components of our communications plan. It's quite ambitious, but it's underway, and it's been a success so far. Since we launched it in June, we have coordinated messaging that follows a calendar. We've got a focus on how-tos to tell people, here are ways you can actually apply dietary guidelines to your life and be more physically active as well. We have a social media strategy that's linked to it, and we also have a need for partnerships across the federal sector and the private sector. So this is a communications calendar, 1 message a quarter over the next few years. That's our focus in terms of federal agencies as well as private sector partners that are helping us. So we've already gone through the message, Make Happier Plate Fruits and Vegetables, with an awful lot of neat buzz activities and challenges and contests and ways to build web tools, web resources, and other neat things with our partners. We're at the Enjoy Your Food But Eat Less. I hope you all took this into consideration with our reception here, the snacks that we had, and look forward to drinking water instead of sugary drinks for the next message. And as you can see here, this is the game plan for the federal sector for messaging over the next few years. We have a lot of how-tos that come in different forms. We brought some samples for you. Hopefully you take this and then transmit them, and they help you not only at home but at work. We also created My Plate, materials in Spanish. We created a lot of other print materials that we think are really great. This is just a smattering of our partners. With this comes an awful lot of neat things, like the My Plate button on a GE microwave, and Bird's Eye, letting people know how to choose healthier foods like fresh fruits and vegetables and canned fruits and vegetables. We're out there in all sorts of social media points. And we also renewed or refreshed our web presence with the new choosemyplate.gov website. Now, Angela Leone is going to talk about quickly the Super Tracker.
Very quickly, we're going to take a quick tour through our newest online interactive tool. It's called the Super Tracker. Has anyone been on it yet? If not, I hope you'll all get there this evening. Oh yay, 1 person! This is our new website. We have the ability to, we really invite people to come in different ways. We're going to take a quick look at Foodipedia. This is for somebody who doesn't want to commit. You can come in, look up 2 foods, compare them. You know, I might like pizza. I might want to know which one's the best choice for me. And I can learn right away which has less calories, which is the food groups I'm going for, and other limits associated with it. If you provide personal information when you come in, you can create a profile, and when you do, you get a personalized plan. This plan is a calorie limit and food groups associated with it. And then we're going to take a quick tour of the food tracker. This is what a blank food tracker looks like. You can go ahead and type a food, look it up. This person looks for oatmeal. You pick the one they want, they choose the amount, what time you want to eat it. who it's for, and then they add it. They can do it to multiple people at once. This is what I call the twilight zone. Remember when mom entered a lot of foods all at once. Here's your whole day. When you get on and you enter your day, you're going to see this build over time. You can see the food groups, the sub-food groups, what your limits are, and how you are doing to meet those. We also have a physical activity tracker. We operationalize all the HHS PA guidelines for Americans. You can see your day build or your week build. And then we have a smattering of reports available. We have 6 different reports. If you're interested, please find me. I'd love to talk more about it.